Happy Star Wars to everyone, and for this year, what I want to cover is everything that was released on Disney Plus over the course of its entire lifetime, because if you're not aware, if you don't know, or if you don't see the pattern, every year on May 4th, Disney and Star Wars releases stuff on that day, whether it be official stuff set in the Star Wars universe, or stuff outside of it. But for this video, I'm not going to be covering stuff outside, like all the documentaries, all the, a couple of Simpsons, Star Wars specials. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the in-universe shows that they released on May 4th, because a lot of really big things happened on this day, and I want to cover it. Just to make things clear here, I'm not doing 2019, as nothing happened in 2019, as Disney Plus didn't exist yet. It released in November of that year, so I'm not covering it. So next year is 2020, and what happened that year is the last episode of the Clone Wars, called Victory and Death. Yes, I know, that's insane. 6 years ago, that episode premiered. And this is a very big deal, because not only was it the finale of the Clone Wars, but also was the finale of the Siege of Mandalore arc, which that arc, all the other episodes are really great. And the final episode is no exception. Victory and Death is a really great episode. Is it my favorite episode of the arc? No, but it's still high up there, and I absolutely love this finale. More specifically, Victory and Death is a great final episode to the Siege of Mandalore arc, and it's a great finale to the entire Clone Wars show, as it really contemplates and highlights everything show's about. And it's creating a really, really intense story. That even though, yes, Ahsoka's story has been told in the future of the timeline, so it's not really a surprise that she survived, but still, it's still very, very intense. In 2021, we had the premiere of The Bad Batch. And I love this premiere of The Bad Batch. I believe, and this is a hot take, I think this is the best first episode that any, I would say, show in Star Wars has been, in Disney Star Wars, I mean, because, when you look at anything, actually, in everything, because, I don't think a premiere episode, a first episode, has been this great ever in any other Star Wars show, whether it be live action or animated. I have no idea if that's the case. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I love this premiere so much, and it fits perfectly for May 4th. It's a really big event, just like with Victory and Death being a big event because it's the last episode of the Clone Wars show. The Bad Batch is the first episode of a new show, where the episode isn't just a regular 20 minutes, no, it's like over an hour long, an entire hour, over an hour. Every scene matters, and it feels like a movie in itself. Like the Bad Batch premiere feels like a movie rather than the first episode. Yes, it does set things up for the future of the show, but you can just watch it by itself and be satisfied with it. That's how great it is. Next up in 2022, this one's kind of lame, not gonna lie, and that is on May 4th that year, the second trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show was uploaded onto the YouTube channel. Yeah, this isn't anything uploaded on Disney Plus, but rather on that day, the trailer, not the show, the trailer was uploaded on that day to the YouTube channel, and what I can say about it is that I think it's good marketing, because the show aired, I think, later that month, I believe, and so uploading a trailer on May 4th is a good way to market it, as, a lot of people on Star Wars Day does look at the Star Wars social media pages or anything, and having a trailer be uploaded, like an official trailer for an upcoming show, is a really good way to market it. So it makes sense, but it does suck that it's not if it was the show itself, that'd be different. 2023 makes things up, as there's actually two things that premiered on this day. The first being the second volume of Visions and Young Jedi Adventures, a premiere episode of that. First, I'll talk about Visions Volume 2, as that is a project that a lot of people saw on that day. I remember that. It was great. Even though, when you look at anyone that talks about Visions, they mostly talk about the anime stuff, and Visions Volume 2 has nothing to do with anime in it. It's more international stuff, like other companies. Not a lot of people talk about these shorts, really, except for maybe one, maybe two. That's because since it's not anime, not made by the anime studios, more people like to talk about that. So this volume 2 does fall into the wayside, which does suck, because I think there's a lot of creativity and effort put into it, but people prefer anime in Star Wars, so yeah, that's why in Volume 3 they went back to anime, and it worked out very well for them. And also the premiere episode of Young Jedi Adventures aired on that day as well, and I know a lot of people did not watch that show because it's a preschool show, and I understand that, but I watched Young Jedi Adventures for this YouTube channel to review it, so I have a better insight into the show and the premiere episode, which I didn't know aired on May 4th. It's really cool that it did that, but the actual premiere episode itself is fine. Just typical, here are the characters setting up the scenario from what I remember, because I haven't seen an episode since I first watched it years ago. So, yeah, very typical. They get into a new planet to protect, they get off a course to a new planet that they save for the rest of the show. Like, so just there to set things up, so nothing that special. 2024 has Tales of the Empire. That is really interesting, and because I think in due time, I think people forget that it aired on May 4th, honestly. Like, I forgot that it did on that day. And also to clarify, I'm not covering Tales of the Jedi. As I found out, Tales of the Jedi aired in October, so that doesn't count. But Tales of the Empire, that aired on May 4th. So, we're covering it, we're covering the show, and like I said, not a lot of people remember Tales of the Empire, as it's kind of fell to the wayside because it's not really that memorable. And honestly, the only big thing about it is that it aired on May 4th. That was the big thing. And I think at the time, it was very, very big, because, like, having two stories based off of Barithology and Morgan Elsbeth, this was after the Ahsoka series, so there was a little bit of hype for this. But, years later, it's kind of forgotten about, as at the time, it was, like, very, very exciting. Like, wow, we're getting these stories, but now that these stories are out, it's like no one really cares anymore. It's the best way to describe Tales of the Empire is that it's just lore. That's all that really is, and it's not bad, it's just, it's only really special at the time, because watching it on May 4th was the only type of time that was actually, like, special, but watching it now, it's like, whatever, it's fine. 2025, we have Tales of the Underworld. Yes, I also forgot Tales of the Underworld premiered on May 4th. Even though the show premiered last year, I already forgot that it aired on May 4th, but it's kind of telling. Well, not really, because I don't think it really matters when things premiere anymore, but the actual quality of the show, slightly better than Tales of the Empire, where the two stories, being this time Cad Bane and his adventures, are really good. I like the Cad Bane story. I think it's really, really good. Seeing his origin of where he grew up as a child, seeing how he became this ruthless bounty hunter, terrorizing the town he grew up in, is really cool. And his adventure story feels like a backdoor pilot, because she gets put up with like a Jedi Padawan, she takes him in, and yeah, it feels like a backdoor pilot. Both these stories are fine, nothing that crazy, but they aired on May 4th, so that's why I'm talking about it. And finally, this year, 2026, I'm going to be dating myself here because it's the last two episodes of Maul Shadow Lord, but when I'm recording this, those episodes are not out yet, so I have no idea the actual quality of the last two episodes of Shadow Lord, but compared to the rest of the show, I'll say it's going to be really, really good. And I think the finale is going to be even better than the rest of the episodes, I believe, and I hope. Because Maul Shadow Lord is a really, really great show that you don't really need to watch anything else to really understand fully, but if you do watch those other shows that Maul's in, it does make Shadow Lord even more special. So hopefully the last episodes are really good. The reason I'm even covering Maul Shadow Lord for this year is because Disney themselves, or say Star Wars themselves, like they said that the last two episodes will be on May 4th. So that's everything that Disney Star Wars has produced on May 4th. Now, overall, I think when it comes to the first couple of years, or say 2 years, in 2020 and 2021, they're really great, really grand. But then 2022 was lame. 2023 was fine. I think they brought it back a little bit, but then 2024 and 2025 kind of sucked, as it doesn't really feel that big in my opinion. Then now in 2026, it does feel a little more bigger, as it's the finale of a show, it's the last two episodes of that show, and so it feels more grand. Did you find this video helpful or useful? Because I think it's really interesting looking back on these years, because you get to really see how they kind of fell off with these things, sort of, and hopefully they bring it back. So I'm going to think here, if you guys enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to go now, so goodbye everyone.